All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to Redlock. Getting a slightly early start to this match as Jimmy and Rupert are ready to go. Another losers bracket matches here in the quarterfinals between Jimarrah and Rupertion. That's right, Rupertion in the losers bracket after a very early forfeit in the round of 32 from Frankie due to unfortunate illness. So is in the losers bracket as seed 8 this early on, and unfortunately for Kyle and now Jimmy finding himself down here. I'm DL. I'm going to be joined by Azer, I think, relatively shortly, but just as a sort of descriptor of the matchup, you're looking mostly at Rupertion to do very well here, but Jimmy is a mainstay on the Canada 4WC roster as well. We still expect good things from him as well. And of course, for Jimmy, it's going to be a Nomad 2 ban. Very, very obvious Nomad 2 ban here. And a DT3, DT4 ban for Rupertion, which I'm a little interested in because I think on tapping, Rupertion is probably favored in general. So I'm a little interested about the DT3, DT4 bans here. Maybe just a discomfort thing. And then, of course, Jimmy also banning out some Hard Rock, a very, very good Hard Rock player. So, and a first pick of Nomad 1 for Frankie. Jimmy with the G. Not very happy. Not very happy about that one. Here we go into Nomad 1. It's Fukugomo by Now and Isui, mapped by Bad Games. It's a farm map. It's a mostly consistency-focused farm map, but a farm map nonetheless. Unranked so far. Hopefully ranked soon. This map's sick. Clean aim map with a couple of streams here and there. Just a general high difficulty aim consistency map. Also, some very nice key sounding. Go play that if you haven't yet, or listen to it in the editor if you're not good enough to play it. Still very nice. Alright, let's get into it. First map of the match. Yo, what's up, man? Well, welcome in, Azer.
Nomad 1.
Nomad 1. First pick for Frankie, actually.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw bans for these two or not. Okay, yeah, Nomad 2 and Hard Rock 2 bans from Jimmy, DT3, DT4 from Frankie. Well, we're waiting for a miss. And there it is. Okay. That didn't take too long. It's the first GI time. Unfortunate for Jimmy. My bad, bro.
Yeah, I guess this does kind of make sense as a pick for Frankie. Low-key one of the things that I think he likes to play a lot. I'm kind of curious to see how good Frankie still is. I feel like we haven't seen him play in a while.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a bit since he's played on some higher star rating pools. I wouldn't call low, mid, 7-star exactly a high star rating pool, but it's certainly not. We're not in low star rating anymore this week. So curious to see how well he's able to perform. This map is looking really good, but this is kind of, like you said, something he plays a lot. The Nomad 2, kind of the like basic mechanics of the game. And Jimmy's good, but he's not the no mod 1 guy.
Yeah, probably one of the few things he probably doesn't want to play. I think out of everyone that's left in the losers bracket, Rupertion's probably the scariest player, I think. At least on paper.
Yeah, I think on paper he's definitely... Well, not definitely, but I think there's like him and you, and that's kind of it in losers bracket right now. Obviously Fireblaze is now in losers bracket also, but at the start of this weekend, right?
No, I still think Frankie's way scarier. I think I'm very much a known quantity, but like I was just saying, I don't think that's the thing with Frankie right now.
Yeah, has been a bit.
He's got a lot of potential to do a lot more, I think. Probably. Does Fireblaze actually end up here in the bracket? 48.
Sorry, say again?
I was wondering where Fireblaze was going to end up in the bracket, but I guess he ended up on the other side.
Loser of 48, so he's on the other side of the bracket from the both of you. And of course, 1 miss, 3 100s. Pretty good score for Frankie on this map. Not gonna be top score of the weekend. We've already seen the FC from Wanderio, but still a very good one. And no mod 6 first pick for Jimmy.
Okay, so Jimmy like 2 hours ago asked whether or not people thought Frankie would have practiced this. So I guess we'll know right now.
We're about to find out.
This is a crazy Jimmy first pick. Like this is not
this is not
map
his
you
thing.
think about when you think of Jimmy. Okay.
No. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting this. I'm not sure what I was expecting exactly, but not the no mod 6. That's for sure.
I'm watching this. Never gonna see this guy play this type of map. Once in a lifetime.
For real. This is... He's on the team for a Team Canada game. He's not in for this kind of map. Like, there's enough other good reading players in this country. Oh boy. I don't think Jimmy was lying about the 130k thing at the start of the map. This is not a good start, but maybe he can pull it back. And the axe evened out now, at least a little bit.
Okay, Frankie, practice check. Okay, Frankie knows the map.
I think he does, yeah. Okay, this part's just kind of hard. Even if you've practiced it, this is still very missable.
Yeah, like Jimmy's playing the right thing, just like missing.
Yeah.
It's still pretty close, not gonna lie.
It's still very close. I mean, it's only 30k. I feel like the problem was just that extra early combo for Frankie. Jimmy gives up the combo at basically the same time. Was an opportunity, but gone now. Nobody's hitting this part.
Fuck these sliders, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you guys say that?
No, I understand. And 8k, by the way, it's actually gone down to under 10k with that slider section. Jimmy just coming out ahead during that part.
Jimmy might tank hack at the end here, I think. This part, this ending is mistimed. I know that affects Jimmy a little bit, so I don't know about Frankie though.
Wow, Frankie actually hits that ending, or almost all of it. It's 10k, but...
Wait, 124.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
This is pretty spot on.
if he had gotten 130k, it would have been pretty close. It would have been pretty close.
Jimmy just called his 8-ball right there.
Yeah. Well, that was honestly, it was a good call. It was a good pick. Just needed to be like slightly better, because clearly Frankie's not comfortable on the map. Unfortunately, Jimmy just can't really take advantage of that on that No-Mod 6. And 2-0 up for Frankie. You're going to Hard Rock. You're going to DT. You're going to Hidden, apparently. Message did not show up in Laser. Did show up in the Cutting Edge Climb.
Okay. Yeah, this is probably not one of the types of maps that you would think of when thinking of Frankie.
No.
But definitely always really able to play these things. This might also kind of just be another situation that Jimmy just did where they're kind of just picking into weaknesses. Like Jimmy can probably play this a little bit, but not going to do well on ACK, I don't think.
I feel like on a map like this where like people aren't expected to full combo this, right? You're definitely, in some cases there's an expectation of getting some big combo together, but not really expecting full combos on this map, right?
The leaderboard has like 3 gifts.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot who the top, I think it's MCY4, the first one, and then I had the second one a long time ago, and the Pikachu one just got one like this week. So
wonder why? Surprise, surprise. And no, when you've got a map like this, it really oftentimes is just going to be ACK battle, right? Like sometimes you can combo game your opponent on a pick like this, but so often it's just ACK battle. So I think this is a very good pick for Frankie in that context, right?
I actually don't think this one is an ACK battle map. I think it's expected everyone kind of gets bad ACK on this. There's a lot of like really awkward snaps, especially to like there's like random like snaps to slider heads, and that I think are super easy to miss on. Like I think this is a combo game map actually. Because it's. I mean,
I do agree this is supposed to be like a low accuracy
There's a big
map.
chunk of it that is comboable, I think, for a lot of people. So like if you can get a pop off somewhere, I think it matters a lot more than like 3% ACK or whatever. I think.
Well, I guess we'll see through the weekend. I don't know. It's
I mean, have we already kind of seen most of the people that would be going? Like, did Wanderer play this?
I don't think so.
In this match?
I don't think he did. Regardless, it is actually somewhat close just because it's big combo from Jimmy. But unfortunately, no big combo anymore.
Who's that? I guess like Raikai? Non-cycle, maybe? Are the players that would be like pretty damn good on this?
Yeah. Well, pretty much
So far, working out for Frankie a little bit. Certainly now. Yeah, I guess maybe you're right. I didn't pay attention to the like max combos in this, but this is kind of the same combo with 3% active differences around these scores, right? So maybe you're right on that one.
Pretty much, yeah, because there was lower combo for Frankie when Jimmy got his combo, and now there's lower combo for Jimmy on Frankie's big combo. I don't know. So far, it's worked out where a better ACK player has also won. Even in Laser's match, that was his 1 point against Flat Paper. And he had not a huge ACK lead, but a little bit of an ACK lead.
Well, after the No-Mod 6 first pick, what is Jimmy cooking now?
What is he cooking?
What do we got?
DT1.
Gold Dust. Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah, no, that one makes some sense. I feel like the big problem for Jimmy is that Frankie is just also good at all of the things that Jimmy wants to pick in this match.
Yeah.
In most matches, right? Like,
it's a really tough matchup. Like,
yeah.
I think the advantage that Jimmy would have in a tournament like this is the fact that he's like most fully well-rounded. I don't think Jimmy like stands out in too many skill sets, but like he's still able to like keep up on most of them. But like so is Frankie with the same ones. So hard matchup here, considering this is in losers too.
What would Jimmy's opponent have done, assuming that Frankie won versus Rip Me to Shreds? It would have been Rip Me to Shreds in Frankie's place. So either Rip Me to Shreds or Kyle would have been the opponent for Jimmy this round. So this really has, unfortunate as it is, it has thrown a bit of a wrench into the losers bracket.
I'm pretty sure if Rupertion wasn't sick in the first week, he would still be in winners right now.
I think so.
Kind of would have been Marwin and then lost. I mean, I didn't get to watch the match, but at least in stats, like, even though Marwin won his winners match, in stats, he was at the bottom. Frankie did way better last round, so maybe unlucky opponent for Jimmy here.
Yeah. Oh, that said he's winning this map. So just has to hold on to the win. Okay, come on, man. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. Hold some combo.
I think this is like well known too, but I mean, if anything, like Jimmy's an extremely wild card player. I think you can never really know like how good he's gonna do on stuff. He has these like random maps that he's like really good on.
Yeah. Yeah, what was Marwin's opponent last week? Oh, it was Rip Me to Shreds. Right.
It was Rip Me to Shreds.
Yeah.
Has anyone hit the sending in match yet? Well, I guess there's only been more like 4 matches.
Been played like twice.
Yeah. I'm not hitting that.
No. I'm not hitting that either. Yeah. On to the next map. Jimmy with a point on the board. Very well done. Gets himself into the match. We have a match now. And Frankie picking hidden again? We kind of just have to assume. You can just pick all of the hiddens. He doesn't have to pick anything else. Oh, Hard Rock 3. Okay.
I think Jimmy can probably pull up on hidden 1.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd pick that one.
That one's pretty accessible. Like it's dense, but it's otherwise that's kind of it, right? So.
Oh, this is funny as well. On top of what I was saying, Jimmy earlier was asking if Rupertion practiced Nomad 6. Well, Rupertion was asking me if this map had an offset. And it ended up with him just realizing it was just his skill issue. So now he's picking this. I'm curious what the skill issue was that he was referring to. What does that look like on this? Because this is pretty hard. This is actually like so pretty. Like this is also one of the maps that I think like Jimmy can pop off on sometimes.
I have such a hard time like figuring out what Jimmy is good at. Because you're right, he's just like randomly good at anything. I don't know, man. Why?
If there's one really key difference here, I think you can already see it's going to be accuracy. Because a map like this, I think Rupertion is going to be super well known to have really good accuracy on Hard Rock and stuff. But I think it might be a little too like technical for Jimmy, act-wise. But definitely able to hit most of this, I think.
Well, still double full combo for now, and Frankie actually losing a ton of accuracy on that section there. Down below Jimmy now in act, or just about tied up right now. So this is super, super close. They're both still FCing almost halfway into the map now. Nobody missing on those snap patterns. Into some more flow after the 1-6. Just super high spacing, and both of them are not missing. Finally, somebody goes down. It's Jimmy halfway through. And now 50k score lead instantly for Frankie into the second half of the map.
I swear that Jimmy had like 3 really close calls.
Honestly, this is already a pretty good score from Jimmy, right? He full comboed halfway into the map.
This beats almost everyone else, I think.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Frankie's still FCing. Well,
okay, that one's hard. That one's hard.
that one is tough. Yeah, that's just a very good score for Rupertion. Not much else to say on that one.
I forget this ending is here. You get like credits music. Well, right. I mean, Rupertion, this is one miss on the spike, right? That's it. That's it.
That was it.
That's pretty good. That's actually a really scary score.
Yeah, that's kind of
even
absurd.
with the miss. I don't think anyone's beating that actually.
Maybe not, honestly, just because that's a very, very good score by itself. And DT2. Okay. I mean, like, on paper, this is something that Jimmy should be picking into most matchups, right? So,
yeah.
I think as he said, you might win this one low key, just because Frankie's also a very good mechanics player, not necessarily a speed player, but this isn't 8-star shred yet. So,
yeah, I think we're still well within like Frankie's speed cap, I guess. But even then, I say that I'm not really sure. Like, I think my info on Frankie is a couple years outdated by now. Like,
yeah,
I don't really know.
Same. Well, it's hard to know if somebody's
well,
somewhat inactive, right? So,
yeah.
Oh, man, that's actually really bad, I think. Because a lot of this first section is like somewhat easy, right? It's triples and like very low spacing in a lot of these bursts. So that's just a bunch of free combo and free score for Frankie now. And Jimmy's just gonna have to outperform in the hard parts where it matters. Yeah, this is unfortunately kind of disastrous for Jimmy with all of those misses. Now Frankie's act is going downward, but that combo lead for Frankie was really big. The score lead is coming back. It's under 100k now, so it's definitely not over. Accuracy lead still growing for Jimmy, and he does have a little bit of a combo lead as well to go with it. So this is still winnable, but there's a lot of ground to make up in this last third of the map. We're already 2/3 of the way in.
I think if this part of the map has a lot more of the like tapping or like finger control, definitely favors Jimmy here, I think. But he keeps just missing on the he keeps missing on the aim, but I think it was an over tap.
Why Frankie's so scary, man. Even on a map like this where he's like clearly not comfortable, right? He has 93 accuracy. I think this is a 2-miss or something. Missed like once right in the middle and then once right at the end, basically. With 92 ac? I mean, that's scary. Okay, it's a 5-miss, but like he had one spot in the middle where he missed and then one miss.
Yeah, it was just 2 patterns, yeah.
Yeah. That's a scary score, just being able to combo game like that.
I mean, for this type of map, I don't think Frankie is one of the names that you'd expect to, be at the top. But I think that's still a pretty good score. That's definitely gonna be the best score out of the like the other players, if that makes sense. Like none of the DT2 guys.
Yeah. I think Flat Paper had a really good score on this also. Like 900 combo with 91.9 AC or something like that.
Something like
was
that, yeah.
still lower than Frankie's though. So. Well, where do you try to win now as Frankie? You have 2 picks to try and win here. First try is going to be on Hard Rock 1, apparently.
I don't got the time for you, 'cause you never had the time for me. Now I see you coming back. What you want? Why you mad? 'Cause I'm not who I used to be.
I kind of like it because there's a lot of like deceptively harder slider patterns in this map that I don't know how comfortable Jimmy's going to be on. Like a lot of the jump aim on this is also pretty solid for Frankie. Like the 2 hard parts about this map are the awkward jump aim and then the like overlapping slider patterns in this map that can be really tricky for a lot of people. I think those are both really big advantages for Frankie on this map compared to Jimmy.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can defy the odds. Early break, early act lead for Frankie. And this is only 2 minutes, so we're already a quarter of the way into the map. And Jimmy, do or die, loser's bracket match point, needs to win 5 in a row to beat the odds and beat Frankie here. Gotta start here. Yeah, break for Frankie just about halfway through also, which is really good timing for Jimmy. Again, on the reverse choke. And still down accuracy, so needs just about as big of a combo lead as he can get here. If you can make it through this PI time, you're in a really, really good spot as Jimmy gets the back and forth jumps there, but just loses control on one of those slider jumps. You're just praying for misses from Frankie now. That's all you can do is just pray for misses.
It's a hard part 2 to miss right after. No, Jimmy.
There is a miss for Frankie, but it's just too late. There's no combo for Jimmy as well. He just can't put together a combo here in this last quarter of the map. Really, ever since that second PI time started.
Frankie got some really relatable misses on this one so far.
Yeah.
He's like, they're good and everything. It's just like, oh, random bullshit slider. I will get a slider break here like twice. But the only part he misses on this is that's just the experience playing. Yeah, that one's nice too.
Yeah, that one's tough. And well, that is going to be the match. That is going to be Frankie taking it 6-1. And you know, it's unfortunate. To Jimmy's credit, he's seeded top 24, right? He's 19th seed, and ended up placing top 24 in the tournament. But unfortunately, just ran into a very, very tough opponent here in Frankie.
Yeah. I mean, Jimmy actually did pretty well, honestly. Probably a lot better than... way more than half of the lower bracket, I think. So, sometimes you're against Rupertion in the lower bracket, I guess. Not much you can do.
It'd just be like that. So, yeah, congratulations to Rupertion. Well played to Jimmy. Unfortunately, that's the end of the road here in that matchup. I'm going to check in on the other match real quick that we have going on and potentially send you all over there, but just a quick look at the bracket. Is Rupertion moving on to face the winner of Linva versus Wukio. That match tonight at 4 UTC. Very, very late match. But yeah, once again, congratulations there to Rupertion on the win. Thanks to Jimmy for playing. Good luck to Frankie in the next match of Losers Bracket.